He tightened his grip on the steaming cup of coffee, cold air swirling around him as he stepped out of the mall. It had been a long day, deadlines, noise, life, but nothing could have prepared him for what he saw just a few feet ahead. A girl sat near the parking lot entrance, knees to her chest, a tattered hoodie pulled over her head. Her hands trembled as she held a cardboard sign. Hungry. Cold. Anything helps. At first, he barely glanced, like most people walking past. But something about the curve of her jaw, the way her eyes scanned the crowd, froze him in place. It couldn't be. He walked closer, heart pounding in his chest, afraid to believe. Her face was thinner now, pale and tired, but he'd know those eyes anywhere. Anna, he whispered. She looked up, startled. Her lips parted, and for a second, the world stood still. She blinked, then turned her face away as if shame could somehow hide her from him. It was her. The girl who had once held his hand under starlit skies. The girl who had promised him forever. The girl who had vanished 2 years ago without so much as a goodbye. He knelt down beside her, ignoring the curious looks from passing shoppers. It's me, Adam. What happened to you? She didn't speak at first. Her lips trembled, and a tear fell down her cheek. I never wanted you to see me like this. His heart cracked. But why did you leave? She closed her eyes, took a shaky breath. My mom got sick. Real bad. The bills kept piling up. I tried to stay strong, but we lost the house. Then she died, and I had nothing. I didn't want to burden you. I thought I could figure it out alone. Anna, you weren't a burden. You were my everything, he said, voice thick. You should have told me. She wiped her tears with her sleeve. I thought you'd hate me. Think I used you. It was easier to disappear. He reached into his coat pocket and handed her the coffee. You don't have to do this alone anymore. She hesitated. I'm not asking for help. I know, he said gently. I'm offering it anyway. He helped her to her feet. People stared, but he didn't care. He walked her to his car, where the heat was running warm, and sat beside her while she held the cup tightly, letting it thaw her fingers and maybe a piece of her heart. Over the next few days, Adam reached out to old friends, found her a shelter, got her cleaned up, and even helped her find part-time work. He didn't try to rush her into his life again. He just stayed, a quiet presence she could lean on. Weeks passed, and Anna began to smile again. It wasn't the same carefree girl he had fallen in love with, but it was someone stronger, someone who had walked through fire and still found a way to stand. One evening, as the sun dipped below the snow-covered skyline of Toronto, she turned to him outside a coffee shop. Why did you help me, after everything? He looked at her with soft eyes. Because love doesn't disappear just because someone leaves. And sometimes, people leave not because they want to, but because they're drowning. Tears welled up again, but this time, they came with a smile. Thank you for seeing me when I couldn't see myself. Adam reached out, gently held her hand. You're not invisible anymore, Anna. You never were. And in that moment, with city lights flickering in the distance and the quiet hum of life all around, they sat side by side, not as broken people trying to fix the past, but as two souls finally finding their way back to something real. Sometimes, the people we thought were gone forever are just waiting for someone to believe in them again. Let this be a reminder. Never judge a person by their lowest moment. You might be the hand they need to rise again.